It's really not. It's really, it's so like everybody has a different setup, right? Like not everybody runs 2 PCs, which is totally fine. Some streamers run 3. Dr. Lupo, he has a gaming PC, a streaming PC, and a recording PC. And then like the recording PC, I believe, is uploading files all the time to like a web server so that his editing team can access them in real time, which is crazy. You know, it's like, that's a lot. But yeah. So audio is a nightmare, but it's gotten a lot easier with some newer technology. Yeah. So the Beacon, we were talking about this earlier, the Beacon Studio and the Beacon Mix Create, well, the Beacon Studio especially. The Beacon Studio is a little box, and it has like, you know, I don't even know what all connections it has. It has a Go XLR, not a Go XLR, an XLR for my microphone. I want to say it has like a 1/4 inch in, 1/4 inch out, or not 1/4 inch, eighth inch, you know, like a headphone plug, right? It has that kind of stuff. But the cool part of the Beacon is that it has 2 USB ports. So in my situation, I actually use my gaming PC as the main computer, and then my stream PC is the second computer. And the way this thing works, I can have a whole bunch of channels on my quote main PC, which in this case is my gaming PC. And then on the stream PC, I can have 4 channels of audio going each way. So it's really kind of like having 8 channels. But I can control those separately. So I can control basically on this mixer thing, like going to OBS, I can control a whole bunch of different things. Now they show up in OBS on the same channel, but like I can turn my game up and down independently. And then the Beacon Mix Create is kind of like their mixer interface that runs along with it. And so I can, when I turn up the music like this, I'm turning that up connected to the gaming PC, but because the studio has 2 USB ports and it runs a companion app, you have basically an app on each computer that's running. I'm controlling Spotify on my stream PC from the gaming PC. So audio used to be the biggest holdup of the whole 2 PC setup. It was very hodgepodge for a long time. It has gotten so much better and so much easier to set up now. When I first started doing the whole 2 PC setup, I actually used to run 2 like full-on mixer boards side by side. I had one plugged into each computer because they had USB. It was the Behringer mixers. I had one plugged into each computer via USB, and then I actually had to have cables running between them to basically patch the 2 together. And then it was a whole nightmare. And the Go XLR made it easier. When it came out, it worked fairly well. But this Beacon thing, it's literally plug and play. It's so nice. So expensive, but it was well worth the money, to be honest. Well worth it. So yeah, audio was like the biggest issue for the longest time though, but it's gotten so much better now. So yeah, it's great. A lot of Inception, yeah, basically. Pretty much. And then, you know, it's funny, I got that capture card. I don't capture the audio from it. I'm capturing the game itself through the Beacon stuff, not through the HDMI, you know, capture card, which is kind of funny too. It is a lot of Inception, actually, yeah. But for years and years and years, audio was the worst part. Then you get grounding loops where you get like buzzing, and it's terrible. It's terrible, but it's so much better now with some of this new technology that's out. Newer technology. It's great. I really like what I've got going on now, like tech wise. I'm glad I went with the beacon because I was not sure what I was gonna go with when I changed my audio, and I'm really glad I went with the beacon stuff. It's very nice. 1 second, chat. All right, talking to my aunt. Sorry. So right there, I just used my beacon mix create. I just pushed one button and it mutes my microphone, which was the best part of the Go XLR, was having like a cough button. You could just hold down a button and mute yourself. It's super important in my opinion. You know, I like to be somewhat professional while streaming and try not to, like, you know, clear my throat or cough in your all's ears or something. So having a mute button of sorts is like the best thing ever. But yeah, definitely the best thing ever. All right, this combine is officially done. This thing needs to go home and get repaired and get refueled. And then I do have a little bit of barley at home to harvest. So I'll have to take care of that. But that's not a huge deal. I was kind of hoping for that other wheat harvest, to be honest. Peas. I could do peas with I can do that with a combine. Little, it's only 8 grand though. Worries about coughing, but openly sings. That might be the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. Oh, man. I know, it's all good. I mean, you're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. Just saying. Possibly skew. Yeah. Yeah, they do like to pop after, like, time, yeah. It's all good. Let's see. Where are we sending this guy? We don't have a, well, I can send him to there, but he's not going to make it in there. Interesting. We got, there's some more auto drive points in here I don't know about. There's a lot more. Okay. Wait, is that set up for, is this set up for a thing? Interesting. Oh, yeah, that's set up too. Okay. All right. Dan was busy, huh? This is set up for something. Auger wagon. Okay. Old Dan must have been busy, huh, Scoot? Actually, okay, that is combined one. I wasn't sure which one's which. All right, let's go ride with this one until he gets done, chat. We could just probably take over and be a lot faster. That's all right. Noticed. All right. But like it's hot, let's get it done. Helps if we turn our cruise on. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, I get to, if we, well, so here's the problem. The bale storage buildings. That's kind of right where I was thinking we need to put our TMR mixer. Like, kind of right there. So we're going to have to, like, probably wait on the TMR until we can get rid of bales. Unless we feel like selling bales. But I'm not going to, like, pile them in the corner somewhere. Not going to do that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might not do anything with that today. To be completely honest. But I do want to put a TMR mixer in. We got to get a little more serious with our cows. They can make us a lot of money. I think we had talked about changing the cows to water buffalo on here too. Maybe we'll do dairy cows at our homestead and then water buffalo when we buy the other homestead. Oh, I forgot to put production control on here too. Dang it. Dan was auto driving your contracts, yep. I gotcha. Yep, production control. That's another one I meant to put on here because right now our spinnery, I think our spinnery can't keep up. Yeah, spinnery's having a time right now because this is always getting full, so it's kind of a bit of a problem. That's okay. Auger out. Let's go. All right. Well, this field is finally done. That took way too long, but that's just that field. It's just an awkward duck with the water. Getting rid of that one waterway would help so much because these passes would be worth something instead of, 2 feet. And then obviously the tree line will go away at some point. Now, I'm not going to cut down like all the trees on this map. We're not cutting down the ones between the fields. Maybe not all of them. Maybe some. Maybe like, I wonder if we can plow 23, 22, and 21 together. Ooh, ha ha ha. Might be able to. I don't know. No, Scoot, it's fine. It's just that field is so awkward. It just, no matter how you go at it, this field is just so awkward. So it's fine. It's all good. I went into joining the server today with the open mind of, I don't know what I'm getting into. Because I didn't join the server last night and, check it out. And to be honest, I didn't join the server, more than 5 minutes before stream today, so I didn't know what I was getting into, which is totally fine. It's fun to just not have a clue sometimes, Kind of go into it blind. I think it's entertaining once in a while, so... it's all good, bro. It is all good. All right, let's get this last little bit hauled in. And then we need to get our truck running from home to sell, which actually it'll probably only be maybe 2 trucks. Maybe even 1, I'm not sure. It's not going to be a lot, so it'll be good. Maybe 2 trucks. 2 trucks. Awesome. Oh, it's actually working. Wow. Imagine that. All right. Grain cart still has a little bit in there, but that's okay. Let's send this guy, I guess, to that one. And I want him to go this way. That way he doesn't interfere with the truck. Oh, the combine's going around that field. Oops. They both are going around that field. What are they? What did he just hit? Is he hitting the edge of the map? I think he's hitting the edge of the map. He's not driving straight. I mean, the other one's making it. It's up here. It's in front. So he made it, but that's awkward. We might have to move that whole route. Wow. That's kind of weird. All right. All right, we're gonna send this guy right to the driveway, and then we're gonna go jump in the truck. Wait, is that what I think it is, chat? Is that? Oh my God, 24s and potatoes. Oh gosh, I don't know about that. Somebody check his coffee cup. I think he's running into the edge of the map, Scoot. I really think that guy's running into the edge of the map. We're gonna have to move that auto drive over. It's probably fine for a truck, but since those combines are so wide, we're probably gonna have to move that. Yeah, which is fine. Not a big deal. Can't wait to make popcorn. Yeah, that's a fun one. Autosaves are still real, chat. Oh boy. Well, that's okay. That's red beets, 32. That's all right. And 17. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, let's get this truck dumped off. We'll take over. Why not? Get after it, and then we're gonna go home. We get the rest out of the auger wagon and probably another truckload. I bet we need. We're not gonna need a lot off another truck, although that field's big, so 6% might be a lot actually. Not sure. Not too sure. All right, let's let her rip. Might be a couple loads out of the homestead because that's not even moving. 95, we got 1% so far. Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna need a couple truckloads out of the homestead. Holy cow. That's funny. That is funny. That's fine. We need to probably oh, does this get stuck here too? Okay, I know what I need to do there too. I said I was going to do it on the other bridge. I guess I need to do that here too, huh? Buddy, you're not going to go. It's not going to work very well, buddy. Oh, you're just leaving the field now? Dang. Yep, I can get stuck on that bridge for now. I need to fix it, but I'll do it later. I should just go do it now, but I want to get this contract done. You betcha. Yeah, they're not hard to fix. I just need to take a little time to do it. Or what I'm going to try to do anyway. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try. So, is he stuck on the next one now? All right, I guess we need to go do that right now. Let me get this truck running on auto. Well, actually, I don't want to run it on auto because it might haul too much. You can actually just use that trick and make it only take one trip. Yep, we're back. We're playing Alma. It's a great map. About 3.5, 4 hours away from where I'm. Well, it's probably about 3.5. Anyway, I live in St. Louis, so it's not too terrible. I mean, it's far away, but it's not. Other side of the state. From where I'm at right now. Oh, you know what? Okay, we gotta go fix that because we need that grain cart. Technically, we don't have to have it, but well, this is awkward. All right, we're just gonna park this for right now because clearly we need to fix these bridges, like stat, because this guy's stuck back here too. All right, we are gonna fix the bridges, chat, right now. So what we are going to do to fix the bridge, I'm going to delete half of the auto drive through here. Then I'm going to put the auto drive in the center of the road, the other half, although that's awkward because it just fell below the bridge. We'll just delete that point. It's fine. We don't really need that one below the bridge. We'll just move it like that. So right down center, we're going to go to about there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make it all a two-way course, so that stuff can access it from either end. Now, we are also going to make a two-way course back here. And the reason you do that is so that if something is driving at us, the combine will sit back about where my mouse is and wait for him to go by. Although if it's combine on anything, it's probably not going to work very well. But for trucks too. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. The problem is the combines are just so wide, and these roads clearly just aren't very wide. So we'll do the same thing here where we make this all a two-way. Why didn't that work right? Why isn't that working? Two-way. Go. We'll go from there to there too, so it'll sit back there. So that should cause the combine, obviously will go in the center of the road if it's going anywhere, and then by doing the way we're doing that, even like our auger wagon tractor is clearly getting stuck. So we're gonna just we're just gonna cut off 14 for right now. It's fine. We don't own 14 yet. When we own 14, I'll do something else with auto drive, but for right now, we're just gonna cut it off. All right, and then same thing here. We're gonna have the issue with it falling through the bridge. So we'll end up just deleting that, or moving that waypoint back, so that we don't have issues. I guess the auger wagon tractor made it, but it's stuck on that combine now, which is fine. But yeah, these here roads in Alma aren't like the widest thing ever, so need to really be conscious about sending too much stuff at one time on auto drive, honestly. But that's fine. We'll make do. I'm not worried about it. Just gotta fix it. That's all. You know, if you're running a tractor with a tipper, it's fine, which is, yeah, completely fine for that. But when you're running a combine with these, I don't know why we went with the big old wide dual or wide track, but we definitely did. So that's not helping our case at all right now. That's okay. Okay, two-way, two-way. There we go. We want to go all the way back to there, probably. And actually, we can still attach this field if we really want to. It's not pretty, but it'll get there and exit if it needs to, so it's fine. Alright, so that's way back to there, so that should be good now. Gives plenty of room for combine or truck. Probably trucks is what is mostly going to take advantage of this. The whole, like, waiting and stuff, so. We'll zip up here and fix this one now. Oh, this one's really a cluster. Okay, yeah, so this one we had issues with field 8. Honestly, well, this marker got put here for 1-839. Okay. How does he have that plumbed? Okay. So those are all one-way courses. I don't know how that works, to be exact. But I don't like this all being right here and then by the bridge. So honestly, for field 13 as well, 13 is going to get changed entirely as well. So we'll just delete the world. Currently our truck, when it pulls out of the field, it gets stuck anyway over here. So we're just going to change this up a little bit. And we'll be good to go. But again, you know, that's the beautiful part of auto drive. And then same thing over there. There's just way too much by the bridge. Way too much here. But the beautiful part of auto drive is you can customize it, make it your own, and do whatever you want with it. It's so nice. So nice. That's roughly center. Roughly center. Alright, so what are we gonna do with this field? Honestly, I wouldn't mind if like the truck comes here and then goes up into the homestead the other way. I don't know. Or just doesn't come here at all. That could also be what it does. Right. Back up a little bit here. I don't like what I've done there, so let's change that. All the way back to there. Go. Let's see. Delete this. We're just going to delete all this and start over. That's the beauty of auto drive. I can change it. This needs to be a two-way that I'm sitting right here, not a one-way. Okay, we'll pull that back. Rots. You have auto drive turnaround loops. Every field. No, it's not a bad idea to have loops though, honestly. It's really not. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know? Okay, that's a one way around that way. So in this case, I don't mind this coming here and just diving in the field. That's fine. But I'll put a different field exit for that. To be honest. And you know, there's a lot of things I do with auto drive just because I have a lot of experience with auto drive, right? You didn't even know auto drive was on 25. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's been here. But there's a lot of things that I do just because, you know, I've been running auto drive since 19. And so I've got, you know, some experience, and I'm not saying that I know everything or anything like that. I definitely don't, but you know, there's a reason I do things the way I do things. And yeah, you get that, you pick that up with experience, honestly, is how you get it. So yeah, it all comes from experience. Now, why does this go down to a one? Whoa, why does this do this? Why is that plumbed down to like that? Is that for the turn? Is this all a two-way? That's not even a two-way? I don't mind it, but I don't know why it's a secondary route. That kind of annoys me. Okay, this is a two-way course, but it needs to be more of a two-way course to make it work where one will hold. Okay, again, I don't... Sometimes the secondary routes, I don't understand why. Personally. Because, like, this is the only road here, so why make this a secondary? It should be a primary. Now, when you peel off to your field, sure, make that a secondary. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. Actually, you know what? Let's do something here, chat. Let's just gut this and start over. I don't mind. I don't mind it. Because honestly, this turn is a little awkward. And so what we can do is we can just make this entire turn a two-way course. Okay. That might be a little aggressive, though. Let's back that up just a hair. Go from there to here. Still might be kind of aggressive, but that's okay. And we're going to make all of this a two-way. It's a lot of clicking. I know. I'm sorry. Oops, I did that wrong. All right. And then that'll prevent any issues here. So that dude's gonna sit right way back there, actually back there. Okay, we already have an entrance into our grass field. We have an entrance into that field. So we need some exits here. Entrance and exit probably for that grass field, although I need to change that whole thing too. Thanks for that follow, appreciate you. Welcome in, what's poppin'? What's going on? Howdy, 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 howdy. Well, howdy. If you're interested in joining, come in our team speak and get to know us off stream. That's how that would work. Okay, and then honestly, I'm only going to connect it to there because that's the only place we go on this route. We don't go the other direction. You know, we're going to be hauling this from here to our homestead, let's say, right? So we don't need to go the other direction, and it's all a two-way. It's a secondary route because, you know, it doesn't need to be a primary, obviously. Thanks for the follows, guys. Welcome in. So TeamSpeak is a communication program that we use, like Discord, but without the message board part. And I just don't let people write in off Twitch, basically. That's how that goes down. So you betcha. All right, and I'm just doing some auto drive cleanup. Not even cleanup, just I'm changing it for the way I want it. The auto drive, this is a config from the auto drive guy. He does great work. But I like to change it. So for instance, you know, these wide combines with these big tracks, they don't really work very well with these little bridges. So TeamSpeak is old school, yes. To be honest, it keeps the trolls away, so anything to keep the trolls away. So yeah, dude, we're auto drive editing from a mile away. Oh man, mile away down the waypoints there. That's fine. But yeah, no, we've been using TeamSpeak since the farm sim 15 days, and to be honest, it works well. So why? It's one of those things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And to me, TeamSpeak isn't broken, so why would I fix it? Is that where stuff comes out of here? That okay? Hold on though, because that goes around. And it exits there and then go, okay. So this is where the trucks come back into the field then? Okay, I'm actually okay with that. Yeah, I don't mind that. And then that's connected. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, no, we're good there. All right, I think I'm done editing auto drive for right now. I didn't really plan on doing any auto drive today, but that's okay. It happens. Can you still run it on your own server? That's what you did back in the early 2000s. I don't know. I said I was done though, chat, didn't I? I need to do all this too, because technically if we have more than one truck running and we're pulling into our homestead, this is going to be a, since that's a two-way course, yeah, I need to do all this too. I don't know. I don't know if you can run it on your own. I never have. I've always just had I rent a server. I would assume you could though, to be honest. But I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that, okay? Don't quote me on that one. I rent a server for like not much money. Honestly, I don't even know what it costs per month. I just pay for it by the year. So I have no idea. I haven't actually like looked into it in a while, what I actually pay for it. Somewhere we got off there. Oh, there's there's extra dots here. Oh no. Alright. Right, so now we're gonna go way back there even. We're gonna give this lots of room to breathe, chat. Lots of room to breathe. Okay, so now in theory, if a truck's coming out, it should just go. But if a truck's coming in and there's one coming out, truck coming in should wait back there. Truck coming in should wait here. She'll give plenty of room for trucks to exit. So that's pretty sweet. I like that. Because we are going to have to get a second truck here eventually. Right now, we're only running the one. But I know once we get to the second one, or, you know, we're going to need more hauling capabilities. Technically, we need them right now, so we'll go ahead and make that a two-way so it'll wait back there as well. So if a truck's coming in, truck coming out will sit back there and wait for him to come in to go to the bin before he leaves. So that'll be pretty sweet. That needs to not be a secondary route. So when trucks come in, they go across here. Oh, there's way more auto drive here now than there was the other day. Okay, this can come here. Why is that a two-way course there? Oh, that's the two-way course to make that patient too. Okay. Actually, no, that shouldn't matter for that. Okay, I think we're done with it, chat, for now. Let's see how it's going. Adam, it's going great. How are you? All right, we're going to do this. That means some diesel. That boy's empty. I need to get that repair point mod we used on the other game, on the other save too. Repair and fuel. Need to just put that out here because right now, technically, to repair this combine, I have to pull it inside the shed, which is fine. But then when you park a bunch of stuff in here, it gets kind of annoying. So today, Junior, geez. Sometime this month, hello? Holy cow, man. Jeez, Luigi. It wasn't even empty, chat. Just saying. Alright, we're going to pull in here as straight as possible to make life easy to back out of here. Hopefully. Alright. So that's the cedar. See, it gets awkward because you think we got our header. All right, so that's good. That's all repaired. This one we gotta do the other one yet because why not? Right, and then this guy has a parking spot now, which is cool, but we do have to be careful where we activate it because it'll want to back into the shop. We don't want that. Oh, the other combine's not here, duh. Not bad, I forgot I left him back here. All right, where's he? He's targeting there, let's go. See if he can make it there automatically, chat. This will be the test of our new bridges that we just worked on here. This will be the test. Although really the test is having more than one thing running at a time, obviously. But yeah, it's fine. So wait, how did I attach that? I did not attach that. Okay. I kind of want the trucks to come here. Oh, that's going to be awkward though. Truck to come here and go that way? That's not going to work very well. Whatever. We're not going to worry about it right now. Look, the combine can actually drive across the bridge. Hip hip hooray. Let's go. They ain't good on sale, by the way? No. Right. I actually really like what yeah, this is... What is your... What, buddy? You need to turn that down. Sir. Your corner speed is outrageous. Corner speed's outrageous, y'all. Good lord. Turn that way down. Should not be going 100% around corners. It's not a good idea. I like the way I've got this working now here. Hopefully this will work better. I mean, it is. The combines wouldn't cross those bridges before, so. Wait. Buddy. Buddy's trying to go to the shop. I don't want Buddy to go to the shop. I want him to go home. No. I was hoping it would go back on the trailer. In the arms of the... Yes, let's go! Let's go. All right, we got it. Hip hip hooray. Let's get this guy repaired. We do still have a little field of barley we need to go harvest, so we'll have to go do that. But first thing was to get this stuff repaired, so I got to finish that contract, actually. That's kind of my first priority, but we'll get there. Yeah, the problem is these here John Deere headers, they don't have that. So I can't do anything about it right now. Eventually we will do something. We have the Macdon pack. So the Macdons, we can definitely not use header carts. Definitely not use header carts for the Macdons. And the Macdons, I think, would actually be really nice on this map because this map, you know, it's not flat. It has some rolls and some hills and valleys and stuff. And so... Oh, I forgot to refuel this thing. So I think the Macdons would actually be a really nice fit for this map. So we do have the Macdon pack active in our mods, just... Wait, I don't think the Macton heads were even out when we bought combine heads on this map before we went to Judith Plains. It might have been out, but we didn't have it. So. But we have it now, so that's all that matters. All right, let's get the auger wagon empty. Ideally here, we'll get this empty. And we need to run our truck a little bit into town to get that contract done. Wait, this thing has a parking spot too? Oh, it's the put away point. Okay. What is this auto drive for? Oh, that's for the truck? Oh. Okay, eh? What is this mess? Why do we have field stones laying in our homestead? Where did those come from? Interesting. Very, very interesting. I think my Wi-Fi in my house just died, chat. My one camera, the OG camera that has been like the most reliable camera ever, just turned off. Wi-Fi just went down. Maybe not. Maybe so. Hello, camera, respond. I can't see what's going on out in front of my house anymore. It's kind of sad. Somebody's out to get me, chat. Guarantee it. There it goes. Never mind, it's back. Goodness, I was scared for a minute, not gonna lie. I was scared. Alright, let's go get this empty, and we're probably gonna need more than one trip to get this done for the contract. I had to guess there'll be more than one. That's okay. I want to look at some of the contracts too. That other harvest contract pop yet? No. Field 29 is also in wheat. It's ready to harvest. It's a big field. I'm not saying I'm going to do the contract. I was curious what it would be worth. To be honest, I don't even know what this contract's worth. I'm finishing up here. I never looked. They were worth at least a couple bucks, I would assume. That's okay. 80K plus. Nice. Some good money. Alright. This buggy here. Dang. Oh, I can start. That wasn't awkward. Need to bring our milling machine over here from construction sim and fix some roads, you know? Just saying. That's okay. Right. Let's go. Fast and Furious Alma Drift. Yeah, that's the new movie. Fast and Furious 47. Almond Drift. Why? The construction sim stuff's so much better, Sean. So much better. Just saying. Actually, this is the... There's nothing in the default category? Wow. Oh, okay. Okay, I like that. I like that stuff's actually in there. Yeah, yeah, we like that. There's, oh god, there's so many points here still. Yeah, clean that up too. Gotta clean it up at some point. The roadcraft equipment. Okay, I did see Sean in the last update the other day. They did fix that. What's it called? Oh, the big dump truck that spills sand everywhere. I heard they fixed that. Yeah, the dump truck, yeah. You betcha. So that's good. I mean, I'm still not gonna, like, run and play thousands of hours of that game right now, but, you know, maybe someday. Not right now. Maybe someday. Always checking, chat. Always checking. Honestly, at this point, Sean, unless they put a rain toggle, I'm kind of done. Like, let me just turn the rain off. You know, let me control the weather. Let me drive the bus, you know? Like, unless they do that, I don't know. I still think the game could be fun, and especially with multiplayer, but you gotta have the right crew, you know? Gotta have the right crew. So that's, yeah, definitely part of it. Them little storms that were here before, they kind of moved out and kind of became a thing. Over yonder. Just saying. I wonder what our chance of rain the rest of the day is. So honestly, we need some rain, but I don't want too much because I do want to plow the garden down at the farm. I'd like to get that done, but we'll see. According to this, it still says 50% chance of a thunderstorm, so who knows what the chance of rain is later today, or if we'll get more. You never know. But that's okay. All right, maybe we're at 97. This is probably going to be our last load, right? This will be our last load. Last load of wheat. And then we've got just a little tiny bit of barley that we need to harvest off of field 3, which, you know, I'll take a truck, I guess, but it's not a new map. It's Alma. We're back on Alma. We were playing Alma before Judith Plains, but we were having a lot of issues with Judith Plains, so we've moved to Alma for now. I would like to go back to Judith Plains someday, but there's a couple issues we got to fix first, so you betcha. But other than that, you know, it's a great map. It is a great map. Judith Plains is great. Alma's great too, though. They're both great. All right, where are we at? 98%. Come on, hit 100. It's not going to go to 100. Dang it. Denied, chat. 99%. Dang. This is not a 4X map. No, this is a regular size map. I will say an Alma 4X would be one of the best maps ever, probably. Just saying. I'm a huge fan of 4X maps, huge fan of Alma, so like, you know, you combine the two together, right? It would just it would be sick, right? So yeah. All right, so we definitely don't need to fill up, but we need a little bit more. You know, honestly, when we're doing contracts and they're close to town, we ought to just haul to the train. Because we can always haul home later if we want to haul it home. We should just haul some to the train. That's not a bad idea either. Not a bad idea. Or we just haul it home and be done with it. The grain bin setup, by the way, somebody asked the other day how much it held, and I didn't know, but there is a way to find out. Well, there's two ways. One, we could fill it. That'd be a lot of corn or something, probably. But there's another way I figured out the other day how to tell if it's full, or tell how much it holds total. I'll show you guys in just a second. So I thought of this the other night, and I was like, I'm dumb. Why didn't I think of that while I was live? Sometimes I think back and, you know, I figure it out later. So you go into the build menu and go over to grain bins, silos, and scroll down. It holds 16 million liters. So that's a lot. That's good, Scoot. It's whatever. It's all good. I mean, honestly, we probably shouldn't get in the habit of like storing a bunch of random grain there because, you know, if we need to sell at the train, usually we need room, right? So probably shouldn't do that since this holds so much here. We probably should just haul it home. You know, with this not being a 4X map, like, it's not a big deal to run a couple loads to town, you know? And, you know, we have auto drive, so there's that too. We can just, you know, auto drive whatever we want to, so. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. I got a lot of beans to harvest, chat. After that barley, I don't know what else I have to do right now. Probably check animals. Trying to get rid of as many bales as possible. I'm not going to mow grass. Again, I'm trying to get rid of all of our bales. I don't know what's in our storages, but they need to go away. So, yeah. I can see that, Scoot. Yeah, that would have been... That would have been handy, but it's okay. We may do. You know, that field, you know, sometimes you need 2 trucks, 3 trucks, and sometimes you're fine with 1 because of the short rows. All the turning, you know, it just kind of depends on what you got going. The outside rounds are chaotic because the combines are just driving. They're not turning, so. It worked out, though. It's fine. It's all good. No worries. Made it work. We got the Alma hop, and we got the Alma drift, and the Alma hop, apparently, depending on where you drive, how you drive. Well, like an idiot, usually is how I drive, so. That's typically how I drive in this game. That's okay. The Alma hop. Oh, I think we need to go bunker. We haven't messed with the bunker lately, have we? Oh my God, we're gonna chaff corn. We gotta do that, right? We haven't done any chaffing lately. I didn't mean to sell all that. Oops. Oh well. I did not mean to empty the trailer. I meant to complete the contract. I did not mean to. Oh, there's a 9 wait, whoa. Hey now. I get to collect 2 contracts. 44,000 there. Let's go, dog. And 82,000 there. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. We got money now, boys. That's awesome. Dude, I love forage harvesting and chaffing. Chaffing. I'm here for it. It's fun. Especially with like in-game equipment. What am I buying? I mean, a truck would probably be a good investment here soon. I don't know if we need well, I need some money for our, fab. I was going to call it a fermenting silo. No, the TMR silo. Oh yeah, we need to buy another Kinsey too. Because honestly, planting the fields that we just have now is painful with one, so a second Kinsey would be very nice. Just for the record. But that's okay. Oh my god. The priority right now is to get this little field harvested. That's the next thing on my agenda for right now. So yeah, these road ditches be real on this map sometimes. They don't look that bad, I feel like, but they're that bad sometimes. For sure. For sure, for sure. They are terrible sometimes. Yep, we were having issues with Judith as well. A lot of lag, a lot of high, low frame rates, so. That's funny, Scoot. That's funny. You could have just taken a loan. Oh, man. Yeah, Judith is an awesome map. It definitely, in my opinion, does need that update that they've been talking about since, you know, the map came out, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. So, yeah. Very bad around homesteads, yeah. Yep. Yep. Funny guy here, try to be. Once in a while, Scooter. Yeah, so we, I also think we had a bale issue on that map. And what I mean by that is we had bales go missing, and I think they're, like, the missing bales are causing lag and stuff. So, I would love to go back to Judith Plains eventually. I got to figure out, what I want to try to do is use the easy dev control mod and delete all bales on the map and hope that that will help our bale issue, because all the numerous truckloads of bales that kind of went poof on us. So that should help that. And then we'll see if it runs better, but I'm not gonna do that for a while. I'm perfectly happy playing here. Plus, you know, maybe we'll get an update for that map and it'll run better. You never know. The other thing is I also did put like 600 hours onto that map, so I wouldn't mind a little bit of a break from, you know, the 4 combines and the massive harvest, which, you know, are fun, but it's also fun to change it up and like go to 1 combine or 2 combines, you know, and like it's fun to play it, to play the game in different ways. So I'm ready. I was ready for a little break from that map. And, well, now I'm here. So yeah. I think it'll be a total restart. That's okay, Jeff. Yeah. I can set up the save and get us back to where we were. It'll take some time, but that's okay. That is a-okay. You know, if nothing else, we haven't customized a single field, okay, on Judith Plains, so I won't have to redo any, like, plowing fields together, you know, because we just haven't done that, because you can't really do it. So, that would be okay. Obviously, I wouldn't want to start to save over and start, you know, with field 1 and start with no money again, but if we had to start a save and, like, get us back to where we were, I'd be okay with that. You know, same thing on Alma if the update ever comes out for Alma. If we had to start over, whatever, it's fine. Not that big of a deal. The only thing that would really suck with Judith, our Alma, would be like our silage. You know, that kind of stuff, which I know I could fix that in an XML too if I wanted to, but I probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, Matt's been plowing together like crazy, yeah. Yeah, Matt's got some hours on his Judith Plains for sure. For sure. Which is pretty awesome. No, I love that map. I can see myself playing like another 1,000 hours of that map or better. But just not with as hard as it runs. So hopefully he can get it running better and stuff like that, you know. So I like to do the new farmer is how we typically start, because then you get the homesteads, you get, you know, the buildings and stuff, because I always think it's fun to like kind of start at least with the buildings that the modder wanted you to. Now, as far as equipment, it depends. Sometimes we'll start with like antique equipment. Typically I don't start with the equipment that the map maker gives you. Because a lot of times it can be like way too good. So for example, on this map, you start with one of these S700 or S7 combines. And, that was way too much. I mean, we only had, well, we had field 1 and 8, I think, when we started, but we actually started with 2 little tiny like antique combines, and that was fun. You know, it's fun for a little bit to harvest at 3 meters, you know? But it depends on the map. Sometimes we'll start with bigger stuff. Sometimes we'll start with smaller stuff. Sometimes we'll start newer. Sometimes we'll start older. It just kind of depends on what's going on, you know, what I feel like doing. I like to change it up as much as I play this game. You have to change it up a little bit here and there. Otherwise you'd go crazy. So, or I'd go crazy, but yeah. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. But typically we'll start on new farmer, no loan, and about 100,000 in the bank. But we do start with equipment, so typically start with some equipment is roughly how I start usually. So, but again, it just depends on the map and what's going on. And, you know, if it's a map with only tiny fields, we'll start with some way smaller equipment, you know. If it's a map with bigger fields, we'll start with a little bit bigger equipment. We only do 1 day months. 1 day, it's enough for me. We play on 0.5 until there's nothing else to do, and then we fast time is how I do it. And we don't fast time at the house anymore because of our sheep. We've got a mod that handles the wool automatically, but it's not fast enough to keep up with a sleep cycle, so you just have to fast time at 360, which is totally fine. It only takes a minute to fast time anyway, and typically, at least on this map, because the cows don't hold like squat for food, so typically when we're fast timing, we have to be feeding cows, so I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. All right, that's gonna go park. The combine's gonna come in here and park, and honestly, I think I'm out of work right now. I think it's time to fast time. So we're gonna go grab some bales for the cows. You betcha. Wait, how did that... Hey, Bessie. Bessie, you're not supposed to be out here. Why are you eating rocks? You're a dumb cow. All right. Speaking of the mod that handles our wool, it's okay, we need to change the output mode here for a minute and get that selling because we got extra wool sitting around. I don't like that idea personally. That's what I was thinking, Sean. Low key kind of does, yeah. It looks like some delicious tacos to me. She's eating the meadow. I don't think there's any meadow there. That's okay. All right. Yep. Sure did, Bear. Oh, and that truck cannot make it through that barn. I don't know why that's even a thing, by the way, chat. Why is this a thing? Why do we need auto drive? There's nothing here with the cows. It's just, honestly, this doesn't need to go through here. I don't think it does. So guess what? If I were king for a day, I would delete that auto drive right through here because I don't think it needs to be here. Now, I'm not saying it can make it this way, especially when there's bales there, so I guess I just need to be careful about where I hire the truck. Plus, I want to put that TMR thing here, so stuff's about to get a little different over here. So, you betcha. But yeah, I don't know why you need to drive through the barn over there. If anything, it could be a good, like, truck parking spot. To be honest, it could be. There's auto drive going everywhere here, so you betcha. Oh, yeah, you could actually, I mean, you could park all kinds of stuff in this barn because this whole left side of the barn is just for decoration. There's no real reason for it. Can you move buildings without deleting them? No. No, you have to delete them. Grass or straw? We're gonna grab straw. Alright, do the cows even need anything right now, or are they good? They are pretty darn good. Oh, I'll tell you what though, that milk's getting a little full. The sheep are good too. Okay, so the animals are actually in good shape right now. So that's fine. Alright. I need to hit this button here, huh? Not that one. There we go. Let's get on with the time, chat. Let's go. An Amish crew mod where you could hire hire the Amish to move your shed. That would be awesome. I've never seen one of those like IRL. I've seen them on YouTube though, and they are impressive. Them Amish guys, man. It's impressive. You found a mod for moving buildings. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, let us know if it works. Or wait, you put a cap up before, so I don't know if you're being serious or not. No telling these days on the internet chat. Right. Let's go. Righty.
Imdabra just subscribed.
It's for the Amish comment. Got it. Come on. Here we go. Thanks for the new sub. Welcome in. Appreciate that. Do appreciate it. Very kind of you. Right. Those are so bright with this loader. You know, when we get our, the only thing I'm not sure about is how we're going to feed our sheep. Well, I guess, you know, well, no, that building, that TMR thing doesn't take grass. It takes hay, but that means we can pull hay back out of it, I guess, to feed our sheep. Which that's not the end of the world, so we might just do that. Because I don't want to, I want to get away from baling, I'll be honest. I mean, I like baling, but I think the problem is the universal auto load is causing some issues for us too. I think that's what happened on Judith Plains personally. So yeah. I think you've been playing since Farm Sim 17. Wow, that's awesome. Do appreciate you following and watching when you can. That's awesome. Do appreciate it. You know what? I might have to stop and haul milk, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop and haul milk, even though I don't want to, because it's not a high price, but I think I'm gonna have to. That cow's dead. I didn't do it, chat. I swear, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Welcome in, what's poppin'? Man. 1 second, chat. Alright, chat. Sorry, I was talking to Pops. Haven't seen the stuttering. What a storage building down for the milk. What kind of building do we have that stores milk? I don't think I know what you're... we're going to be, Sean. We just... not yet. As far as the stuttering on Judith Plains... if I run the map in single player, it runs fine. So... ribeye and brisket for dinner. Heck yeah, the cow's just laying there. But anyway, if I run the map in single player, it runs fairly well, right? The problem that we're having on multiplayer with Judith Plains is that it's maxing out the processor in the server PC. is what it's actually doing. And obviously that's an issue. I do think there is something to the bales, by the way, what the bales that we had go missing. I think there's something to that. I need to investigate that a little bit more. But yeah, if I run Jesus Plains in single player, the same save, by the way, if I run the same save in single player on my gaming PC, it runs a lot better. I ran it Sunday night for a little while. Now, granted, I didn't have like 4 combines running. But it does run fairly well. But homesteads are still kind of tough. They're not as bad. But yeah, on a server, it doesn't run good. Does not run well at all. For comparison, I'm on the same server right now in this map. Now, granted, I'm the only one on here, but, you know, 60 frames is not hard to get. So, on Jesus Plains, 60 frames is like a bit of an issue. So, betcha. A milk tank extension base game? Am I about to learn something? I don't know. Is there? There might be. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe I just go buy the dairy real quick. How about that? What? I don't think there is, no. What would that be under? Silo extensions? Like, that's for water. That's for manure. That's for chocolate milk slurry, sorry. Containers, I mean, that holds liquid fertilizer. There's nothing for milk. That's water. No, there's nothing for that. That'd be dope if there was, though, honestly. No. Kimmy, it's going. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome. Must be the mod. Show me the mod. Yeah, it's probably a mod. Awesome, Kimmy. Glad to hear it. Did I not spawn? It didn't spawn any. Awkward. Alright, so the plan with TMR, by the way, is to get these bale buildings empty and then bring in a TMR mixer right here, the placeable. So. You do grass / silage, which gets repetitive. I'm a row crop guy mostly. Corn and beans is what my go-to is. What, pea harvester? I use a combine, Kimmy. I have the harvest mod. Oh, this is way too much weight. There's a mod in the mod hub, Kimmy, that allows you to use a regular combine for peas and green beans. Use a regular draper head like you do for soybeans. It's pretty much the best mod ever. It's pretty good. I really like it, actually. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Yep. Use your regular combine. It's pretty cool, actually. I've used it. Well, we used it on Jesus Plains quite a bit. Have not actually used it on here yet, or at least I haven't. Maybe the guys did the other day. I don't know. But I haven't yet. But I'll use it eventually, I'm sure. And we have the one for rice too. So we can grow rice and stuff without having to flood the fields. And we can actually swat the rice if we want. We can use the regular combine for rice. Is rice supposed to be a big thing? Well, rice is in 25. It's a big thing if you want it to be a big thing. The rice stuff is okay. It's not great. Now, if you play on the Hoot and Pentai map, which is like the East Asia map, the base game East Asia map, rice is, you know, a thing on there for sure. But I typically don't grow too much rice. Although with the mod that allows you to use a combine, rice isn't bad, you know. But I'm not using that little specialty combine thing. No thanks. Seemed like it was hype. It was new, and really, it was meant for that East Asia map, to be honest. So yeah. Why do we have so many grass bales? Yeah, right now our grass bales are for sheep. Yeah. Yep. So here's the thing. We actually, so when you start this map, you start with a couple cows, I believe. And the cows kind of became a thing where it's like, you know what? If we have some food for cows, we'll feed the cows. Well, we kind of just kept feeding cows and feeding cows. Okay, there's what I wanted to see. We have 173 cows. So this barn's actually full. And we haven't fed them a single bit of TMR yet. So I have a TMR building, a production thing that I want to place, but I want to put it somewhere right here where these two bale storage buildings are, right? It's not working. Says it needs an update. Well, there's your problem. There you go. Okay, and this is actually, there's a lot of sheep in this building. 179 sheep. So we're maxed out on our animals here. But what I want to do is I want to bring in a TMR building right here, right? And in order to do that, I need to go somewhere with all these bales. So I'm trying to feed the bales, basically. I don't want to just pile the bales somewhere else because I don't want bales to go, you know, yeet on us. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm not going to just pile bales somewhere. At least not right now. So we're just kind of chilling with our bales. But eventually we'll get that all worked out like I want it. But for right now, we're just gonna feed our bales out. We'll get TMR eventually. But for now, giving them silage and straw is fine. And the grass is going to the sheep. It works. All right. We are going to set this up. So haul from here. And we're going to haul to the dairy. Okay. And I'm hoping this works on auto drive. I don't actually know. I am curious though, really fast. That's the wrong tab. The wrong menu. Oh, it doesn't show me on here. Never mind. I have to go click on it this way. $210,000. I do want another planter, but you know, I'll have another round of soybeans plus crop to, like, I'll have crop to sell. Thoughts, chat? I do have a TMR mixing facility, yes. I just haven't purchased it yet. I could move the bales, but I don't want to take the risk of any bales going into space like we had on Judith Plains. So, honestly, on the server, the fewer bales you have, the better. So, yeah. You betcha. Yeah, Scoot, I know, but through contracts and stuff, we'll be okay. I think we buy the dairy. That just makes the most sense right now, right? Because I got all this milk and I don't, you know, I have to sell it. Otherwise, we're just wasting time. So I think we just bought ourselves a dairy. We are going to make, what are we going to make? Chat, what should we make? I don't actually know what we're making. Butter? Oh man. Hopefully it holds a lot. Holds 140,000 liters. So that's not a lot. Butter for popcorn. Okay. Well, it'll make butter. Holds 140,000 on the output. Actually, bottled milk. We might do that too, because that holds the most on the output side. Let's just do those two, and then we'll let it go. We'll bring the production control mod in here eventually, and we can crank things up, because we are going to buy this other farm that has cows too, so eventually. Or we could switch them to what's it called? Water buffalo. Like, what a great view. Just all trees. Cut all those trees down, chat. Thoughts? Oh man, you betcha. Yeah. Kimmy, there's a mod in the mod hub called production control, and what it allows you to turn up your productions, but like thing by thing, product by product. So you could just turn up your milk into cheese, like our milk into butter, or bottled milk, or whatever. You can turn up each individual product if you want, up to like 300 or 3 times, so 300%. We ran it on Judith Plains. It was very nice. Still didn't keep up. Actually, to keep up with our water buffalo, we had to bring in a separate dairy. So, production control, it's in the mod hub, yeah. Yep, it's in the mod hub. I just don't have it on here right now, otherwise I would show you. But yeah, it's a cool mod. I would recommend it. It seemed to work well. Any idea when they start to produce milk? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not sure. All right, so chat, there's 50,000 milk there, so that's a couple more trips, and it's past my 3 o'clock break, so yeah. What mod broke my game? I don't think it's a mod, Kimmy. And if it was a mod, it was either task list or the time-saving stock check mod, but I don't think it was a mod. I think it was we're maxing out the processor, and we had the bale issue too. I think honestly it was the bales. Yeah, not helping. Playing 22, but I'll get 25. Nice. But yeah, no, Kimmy, that mod's safe as far as I'm concerned. The production control mod. I think it was fine. We didn't have any issues, and we ran it for a couple weeks. All right, chat, I'm going to step away for a brief minute and go take my 3 o'clock break.